Now we're going to work on constant multiplication. This is a technique that can help you save time and be more efficient when using your calculator. Notice we have 3 multiplication problems, and each problem has the same number in each of them. In this case, the 3. So a number that is repeated in a series of multiplication problems is called a constant factor. To multiply constantly by the same number and not have to type it each time, which in other words is going to save us keystrokes, our k.a switch needs to be set to the k, which means constant. Using this function will prevent us from having to enter the constant factor each time, as we will see as we do examples. Now it's important to understand that when doing constant multiplication, as opposed to constant division, which we will learn later, for multiplication, the first number you enter into the calculator is entered as the constant when the k.a switch is set to k. So when we're doing these constant multiplication problems, it's important to enter the constant number, in this case the 3, first in each of these problems that we're going to solve. So if we enter 3 times 8 into our calculator, the first number, the 3, will be set as a constant. So let's do these 3 problems using the constant multiplication. So again, make sure your k.a switch is set to k for constant. And here's the sequence we're going to use. We're going to do the first problem normally. So that means enter 3 times 8 equals. Now to do the next problem, you don't have to enter the 3 again, and your calculator also remembers that the last thing you did was multiplication, so you don't even have to enter the multiplication. So all you have to enter into your calculator for the second problem is 5 equals. And then for the last problem, just enter 10 equals. Now on your tape, these 3 answers will appear: 24, 15, and 30. Also notice a K is printed on your tape for each of these problems, indicating the constant function was used. Again, don't forget, your k.a switch has to be set to k for this shortcut method to work. Let's try a new set of problems. So we're going to be multiplying some numbers times 40 hours. So apparently we work in payroll, and we've got hourly rates, like the first person makes $17 an hour, and we're trying to calculate how much we're going to pay this person this week. So we're going to take $17 per hour times 40 hours per week. And we've got 3 people to do this with. So to do this, here's the sequence we need to use on the calculator. But first, remember, we have to enter the constant number first. So which number is constant in this problem? It's the 40 hours. So we have to enter the 40 first. So for the first problem, you're going to enter 40 times 17 equals. For the second problem, you're just going to enter 7.95 equals. And yes, you have to enter the decimal. And then 15.75 equals. And the 3 answers you should see on your tape are 680, 318, and 630. And of course, you should have the K, which means constant, printed on your tape, showing you that you've used the constant function. And I'll remind you again, because so many students forget this, this only works if your k.a switch is set to k for constant. So let's do one more. Looks like notice we're multiplying by 52 weeks for each of these. So apparently we're in payroll. We're taking a weekly pay, like $465 for the first person, and multiplying it by 52 weeks to see what their annual pay is. So remember, we have to put the constant first, so we're going to enter 52 first. So for the first problem, it's 52 times 465 equals, and then 538.75 equals, and then 512 equals. And the three answers on your tape should be 24,180, 28,015, and 26,624. And you should have a K next to each of them showing you that you've used the constant function.